Talk fast.
So, how do you think the season went for you? Was it what you expected when you joined the team?
Yeah, Coach Stotts is very good at communicating before the season started in free agency. What my role was going to be, which is important for me because I'm more of a guy that has to visualize before I accomplish anything. So, came in. He wanted to be the mentor, kind of like, be the leader, kind of be that mature guy on the team, the veteran guy on the team, and I try to my best to excel in that role and exceed all expectations.
What does next year hold for you?
Um, I have decisions to make this summer as far as playing or pursuing coaching. I'm taking a week to sit down with my agent, my family, take a couple of meetings with a couple of people, just kind of determine that and just base it off next week or two.
Is there one way you're leaning, or you have no
The most important person is my real agent, my daughter. So I'm gonna talk with her. She's 4. Who knows what she's gonna say?
idea? What factors are you gonna have to weigh?
Um, I think it's a major transition. A lot of players are not fortunate enough to have that opportunity. So a lot of times when you have opportunity and you have, you know, decisions to make, you're fortunate to have different directions you can go. So for me, I'm always a guy that try to get all the information that I can before I make any decision on anything in my life. So who knows? Anything could come up, but right now it's just what makes the most sense, and what makes the most sense about life, passion, and pursuit of happiness within this game.
Have you talked to Terry or the front office guys about maybe moving into a different kind of role?
No, that's that would never be something I would do. Like I don't try to leverage any relationship. Everything I do, I try to earn it. And the main thing is I never want anyone to think that I feel indebted to anything because I feel like in this league, in this game, I have a ton of coaches around me, and they all been in this game for a long time, and they all worked their way to this point. And I want to kind of come in through the same ways, work for it, and earn it instead of just someone just giving me an opportunity.
Did the way you approached the season feel different maybe from previous seasons, or did you learn about maybe how you might perform as a coach or as just helping the younger guys at all?
I think it helped me understand the younger guys who doesn't play, who do not play enough or not consistently, because I've never been in the league where I didn't play like this. So for me, it was interesting because I understand their frustrations. So when I do become a coach, I understand starting, I understand coming off the bench, I understand being a second round pick, minimum contract, not playing. I have a lot of experiences, and I can relate in conversation and communicate to them. The positive, like you take Will Barton. There's a lot of times throughout the season I could just tell he was frustrated. I just kept telling him to work hard, stay positive. You never know what can happen. And I think the mindset is what separated him from the opportunity to have a successful ending of the year. Is because his mind was correct and it was positive, and he just exploded. He's going to be a great player in this league.
Does seeing the success of other younger coaches make it a little bit harder to go there?
The NBA is changing. I remember I've been in this league since 2001, and I played for Dick Harder. So like now you're seeing a lot of younger coaches coming into the league. It started with younger players, and then it started with younger front office, and now you're seeing younger coaches, have extreme opportunity. It's the first time in my life, in any season, that I've ever watched basketball, and I started to see the other side like more clearly, such as um, UConn winning a national championship with a young coach. And to me, it was like, wow, I just remember just playing against him. And my generation, the telling point is when I'm in the locker room and I don't even know the music. So for me, it's kind of like a flag, like this could be the end soon or now or maybe ASAP, because I don't understand. I'm like, who is this? Like, so when the music starts to change, I think you kind of figure it out. Like, hey, you know, it's just time to make a decision.
So you talk about young coaches are becoming more common in the league, and you say you haven't made a decision yet.
Yeah.
If you were get to that point, there are 5 vacancies out there right now. Would you even consider trying to throw your hat into the ring for any of those?
Um, the only one that would attract me would be Utah because I have history with that team. That's the only one I'd be attracted. I know the pulse of that team. I know the players. I know the core. Um, I text that core throughout the year, especially like when they actually contact me when they have situations or rough patches. So it's kind of like relationships you build. Like I would imagine this year, any of these players, if I'm not here next year and I'm somewhere else, I would imagine they would reach out to me if something came up, because I've always been that guy that kind of like solved the problem, or that guy that kind of like brought everything back together and made sense for everyone. So that's the only team that really attracts me, where I look at it and I say, in a ideal world, that's like the perfect opportunity. If that makes sense. Physically, I feel great. I think everyone here came to every game almost, especially at home, and I probably just done about 20, 30 minutes more workout than you before the game. So it's the same as like, my practice is fun. I love to compete. I love the opportunity to like help build a team, and I think what we've done this year as a team has been amazing. The coaches have been. This is the only coaching staff that actually prepared me to coach. Like every day they would quiz me, every day they would push me, every day they would teach me, and they kind of just held me accountable for that next step in life, and they done a great job, all of them, each and every one, for preparing me for that next step.
If something were to open up on this staff next year, would you be interested?
It's hard to say. I got to first determine if I want to pursue playing or coaching. But regardless to what happens, this is a great start to this organization for this young core. I think it's really unique, and I think the confidence you'll see for them next year would be through the roof. I think it's nothing like playing in the playoffs. It's nothing like Damian knowing that now he's a winning point guard instead of a scoring point guard, and that's a big difference. And it's nothing like LA showing that he can lead his team without Brandon Roy. He can lead his team without expectations of Greg Oden or whoever was here before him, and kind of like took the burden of everything. And guys like Will and T. Rob and CJ is going to work hard and have another opportunity. I think it's an exciting time for this organization. I think it's a scary time for teams that are in the conference finals right now, such as OKC and the Spurs. They're looking and saying, this is that next group. Like, this is that next group of guys we have to deal with. And, it's always that next group. And we surpassed a lot of expectations. But I think as a team, we truly believe that it's another step that we can take, or they can take.
If they grow more in the basketball series by winning that, or going through the pain of that Spurs series?
I think the pain of the Spurs series is the best opportunity to grow, because it's one of the teams and organizations that will go down in history as one of the greatest ever. From the coaching staff to Tim Duncan is one of the greatest players at his position, top 5 probably ever, top 10 to probably ever play. So it's a great experience for them, and it's an opportunity to grow and get better. Thanks.